Chapter 31. Consuming Forbidden Medicine. What is he wearing? Seeing Lin Xiu's ripping clothes, many observant people noticed the black sleeveless vest on his body. Are you being serious? Wearing weights to a battle? The majority of students immediately flew into an uproar. If that was the case, wasn't it too exaggerating? At this point, Lin Xiu felt all the blood in his body boiling. He used all of his strength and took off his sleeveless vest, braces, and leg guards. As he took them off and threw them on the ground, they produced a loud bang sound. He was finally free of them. After using the skills during battle, the progress bar kept on changing and just reached 100% potential points. Lin Xiu directly pumped 21 points into strength, allowing his strength attribute to reach 100 while the remaining 4 into physique. What is this? Could it be that Lin Xiu was wearing training weights to battle? Luo Li was closer to Lin Xiu and noticed the items that were thrown on the ground and the heavy sounds that were produced. His pupils immediately constricted. Interesting. Very interesting. Mr. Ye caressed his beard and chuckled. On the other hand, Tang Tian teacher in charge, Liu Bei, frowned. Tang Tian's face darkened a great shade. He unleashed his sword strength and once again imbued them into his sword. He made his move immediately. Perfect timing. Lin Xiu was filled with battle intent at this moment. With a silver spear in hand, he charged forward. The two crossed weapons quickly as sparks ignited everywhere. Lin Xiu's spear moved lightning fast and stabbed at Tang Tian continuously. Fast. Extremely fast. The current Lin Xiu looked completely different from the previous Lin Xiu. But be it strength or speed, everything had been raised a notch. Tang Tian's pupils constricted as he saw the cold spear tip stabbing at him, and he used his sword to block. He then extended his strength again with the intent of hitting the spear away, but Lin Xiu suddenly borrowed this momentum and leaped into the air. With both hands on Silver Immortal Soul, he slashed down on Tang Tian. Oh, of the Phoenix! Rage build-up had reached 100 of 100. Lin Xiu imbued all of the sword strength in his body into the Silver Immortal Soul for this attack. With a flick of his wrists in the air, the spear tip brought a cold aura and drew a fiery arc in the air. Swoosh! A large blaze suddenly out of the spear tip. The blaze formed into a giant flaming bird and soared together with Lin Xiu towards Tang Tian. At this point, the spear trembled and unleashed a high-frequency sound. That's so terrifying! All the spectators stood up at this scene. The flaming bird was filled with immense power, and the air around it seemed to have distorted from the high temperature. Using this skill with power-up strike was actually so terrifying. It's over. Tang Tian's done for. Impossible. That's impossible. How did he learn such a powerful skill? Tang Tian raised his head and saw the incoming attack. He opened his eyes wide with disbelief on his face. Die for me! Tang Tian's expression turned sinister as he summoned flames on his sword and slashed out. The giant flaming bird directly absorbing all the flames from his sword and continued to attack him. With a clang, the spear tip pierced Tang Tian's sword body and broke it into pieces. The giant flaming bird surrounding Tang Tian's body and transformed into a gigantic flaming tornado and spun at an extremely fast rate. Ah! Tang Tian screamed as the flame burned all of his clothes. The immense pain and heat forced his eyes wide open. He immediately took out a small bottle and consumed the liquid inside. Lin Xiu frowned. Although he did not know what Tang Tian drank, Lin Xiu did not hesitate and thrust the spear at his chest. "Stop!" Seeing this, Liu Bei's pupil constricted as he roared out loud. But Tang Tian's face became ugly in an instant. All the muscle on his body expanded at a rate visible to the naked eye, and veins started to pop out on the surface. The spear tip glistened with a cold aura and pierced Tang Tian's chest like a silver snake, but it suddenly stopped in place. "What's going on?" Lin Xiu's eyes narrowed. Before he could even react, he felt a gigantic force pull onto the spear and threw it to the side. Clang! The spear stepped right into a wall at the side. "What's going on?" The entire crowd became excited. They had witnessed Lin Xiu stabbing Tang Tian. How did it turn out that way? "You consumed a forbidden medicine?" Lin Xiu retreated and glared at Tang Tian. "Forbidden medicine?" Lowly gazed to the side and saw a small bottle with remnants of a blue liquid. "No way! Tang Tian actually consumed Alps." A few discovered Tang Tian's strange state and exclaimed in shock. This was a medicine that greatly amplified a human's strength for a short period of time. In the past, the Federation soldiers manufactured this medicine to resist the powerful zombies and evolved beasts. But its flaws were obvious. People that consumed this medicine would become crippled in the future and no longer be able to be warriors. "I want you to die!" The flames of the Awe of the Phoenix had burned Tang Tian's clothes into crisp, as well as left scars on his face. His hatred for Lin Xiu ran bone deep, and so he used all his strength and speed to charge at Lin Xiu. Rapturing Fist! Not only was he proficient with his sword, but even more with his fist. Rapturing Fist could be said to be the strongest fist skill of the bronze category. "It's over. Lin Xiu is proficient with the spear, but to fight bare-handed, he cannot possibly win against Tang Tian, the president of the Fist Technique Association."